This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. I did not think that there was a chance in hell that this would ever happen, talking about a tag and trade with Sam Darnold, because in my mind, what team would want to give up a third or second round pick for a player that you then have to pay $40+ million per year, a player who in 2024 was great, but the previous 6 seasons before that was awful? That is, in my opinion, too much investment for that much of a risk. No chance, I deemed it, which is why I barely, if ever, talked about it at all on this channel so far this offseason. However, after recent speculation from Tony Pauline of Sportskeeda, I have to admit, I'm still skeptical on if this is actually going to go down, but I will say that it's at least greater than a 0% chance. The tag deadline is Tuesday, March 4th, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a chance that something might go down, and damn it, if it does, this is going to be crazy. From Tony Pauline, quote, "After losing out on Matthew Stafford, what will the Las Vegas Raiders do next? There are still persistent rumors they may try to trade up for a quarterback in the draft. People close to Sam Darnold tell me that Raiders coach Pete Carroll will work to make a move to acquire the quarterback from the Vikings." All right, let's break this thing down. Matthew Stafford, when it was announced that his agent received permission from the Rams to talk to other teams to gauge his market value, to either have the Rams match or, if not, trade to that team that's willing to give him that fair deal, Matthew Stafford became the QB1. He became the big dog as far as potential available quarterbacks this offseason. Previously, that was held by Sam Darnold, but Stafford leapfrogged him. But now that Stafford has worked it out with the Rams, he's going to stay in Los Angeles. Darnold reclaims his spot as QB1 this offseason. And it's very important to note that Tony Pauline specifically says people close to Sam Darnold told me that the Raiders are going to try to work something out with Sam Darnold. That Sam Darnold's agent or somebody in Darnold's camp telling Tony Pauline this. You got to take this with a grain of salt. Maybe it is true. Maybe the Raiders are trying to acquire Darnold from the Vikings. I thought for sure with them hiring Pete Carroll as the head coach that would be the automatic play to sign Russell Wilson. But if it is true that they're trying to go after Darnold, okay, fine. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen. You also have to consider the other side where Darnold's camp is trying to boost up his market value, or not even necessarily market value now that he's the QB1 this offseason. He's going to get his money, but trying to boost up engagement from other teams. Hey, yo, you don't want to go all in on this guy? Okay, the Raiders, they're about to make a play. You better do something or you're going to miss out. You see what he did in 2024? That could be for you. But it's not as simple as waiting for free agency to start. The Raiders are in the process of beelining it ahead of time with the Vikings to do a tag and trade. You better get on it fast because this is going to get crazy. The idea that the Vikings could actually add a third round pick, or even better, a second round pick to what they already have, just 4 picks to work with coming up this draft, that's amazing. That is incredible if they can pull this off. And for that possibility, I did 2 mock drafts for both scenarios to where, okay, either an extra third round pick or a second round pick. But also for these mock drafts, I also traded down. So this would be, I know I talked about the ultimate draft plan for the Vikings, but this changes everything. If they can tag and trade Sam Darnold, either one of these situations, depending on what the compensation would be, a second or third round pick, this is the new and improved, updated ultimate mock draft for the Vikings. But first, new customers at BetUS Sportsbook and Casino get a 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. Promo code YouTube150. So these mock drafts is a 2-step process. You tag and trade Darnold, and you trade down from pick 24 to acquire the max amount of picks that you can. And for the first mock draft, We're going to go the modest route. Okay, the Vikings, they tag and trade Sam Darnold, and they get a third-round pick from the Vegas Raiders. And they have 2 third-round picks. The Raiders do. We're going for the higher of the 2, pick 68. Trading down from pick 24, they make a trade with the Kansas City Chiefs. In exchange for 24, they get the Vikings, picks 31, 63 in the second round, and a future 4th-round pick. At pick 31, Vikings select Donovan Jackson, guard from Ohio State. Pick 63, TJ Sanders, D tackle from South Carolina. At pick 68 from the Raiders. Now, I have to disclose here, I tried to make it work for the sake of this exercise, this video on the NFL mock draft database, to where it's like, all right, the Vikings, they'll give you all of their 2026 draft picks for pick 68, just only for this exercise, not in real life, so that we can see what the whole draft would look like, but they wouldn't allow it to happen. So, okay, before I made the pick 63, TJ Sanders, I took a screenshot of the available or the best available players to be like, all right, after TJ Sanders, who are we going to take next? And for that, I took Marcus Mbow, guard from Purdue. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. There's also Elijah Arroyo, tight end from the University of Miami, because I think this is going to be a big year, a prove-it year for TJ Hockenson. First, stay healthy, and also get back to being one of the better tight ends in football. If not, they have a replacement plan right there. Let me know what you think. I'm going with Marcus Mbow, guard from Purdue, at pick 68. Pick 97, Dylan Sampson, running back from Tennessee. 140, Terrence Ferguson, tight end from Oregon. 161, Aeneas Peebles, D tackle from Virginia Tech. So now let's go to scenario number 2, the best case scenario. Vikings tag and trade Sam Darnold to Las Vegas in exchange for their 2nd-round pick. That is pick 37. Okay. And the trade down here is also from the Chiefs. It's a little bit different from the first mock draft. They get pick 24, Kansas City, in exchange for pick 31, pick 95, and pick 132. At pick 31, the Vikings select Donovan Jackson, guard from Ohio State. So no difference there from the first mock draft. At pick 37, did the same thing, took a screenshot of what would be available in this mock draft. You have the choice between Omarion Hampton, running back from North Carolina, or Azareye'h Thomas, corner from Florida State. I would go with Omarion Hampton. So in either of these mock drafts, you address the RB1 position going into 2025. So at pick 37, Vikings go Omarion Hampton, running back from North Carolina. At pick 95, Deion Walker, D tackle from Kentucky. Pick 97, Darian Porter, cornerback from Ohio State. 132, Terrence Ferguson, tight end from Oregon. 140, Noah Williams, corner from Cal. And 161, Dylan Fairchild, interior offensive lineman from Georgia. Tagging and trading Sam Darnold and then trading back from pick 24 to acquire more picks, this could be insane. Where it's like, it's looking bleak right now, but you can acquire at least 4 immediate impact players, maybe even 5. And that's not even counting what you would do in free agency. Say Milton Williams or another guard in free agency, whatever. The turnaround could be crazy. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, they'll be contenders right off the bat, but at least they would get a huge step closer to being in that position. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and the Vikings front office has the opportunity to do the craziest thing ever. Thanks to the folks at BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. We will see you next time.